is he my this?
He is back.
Back for what?
Back for them. They will pay for what they did to him.
I will make them pay. Every wound, every scar, every moment of suffering they forced upon me, I will return it 1,000 times over. They thought they could break me, bury me beneath the weight of their betrayal, silence me with their cruelty. But they were wrong. I did not fall. I did not crumble. I rose from the ashes they left me in, stronger, sharper, more relentless than they could ever imagine. I remember their laughter as they watched me struggle. I remember the way they turned their backs, the way they whispered behind closed doors, thinking I would never hear. But I heard, I saw. I felt every dagger they plunged into me, every deception, every ounce of pain they inflicted. And now it is my turn. They thought I would forget. That time would soften the edges of my rage, that I would learn to forgive, to move on. But some wounds do not heal. Some betrayals cut too deep. They left me in the darkness, thinking I would never find my way out. But they did not realize I am the darkness now, and when I come for them, there will be no mercy. Tonight I will not stop. I will not hesitate. They will see me in their nightmares. They will feel me in every shadow, in every whisper of the wind. They will know that their time is coming, that the pain they gave will be returned, that justice will be served, not by laws, not by fate, but by my own hands. I have no more kindness left, no more sympathy. They took everything from me, and now I will take everything from them. I will strip away their pride, their security, their comfort. I will leave them in the ruins they once left me in. I will make them understand what it means to beg for salvation and find none. They will pay for every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of agony. They will learn what it means to be powerless, to be at the mercy of someone stronger, someone who does not forgive, someone who does not forget. They will suffer as I have suffered, and when it is done, when I have taken my pound of flesh, I will walk away, knowing they finally understand the price of their sins. The fire inside me does not fade. It grows, it consumes, it devours. It is the flame of vengeance, the heat of reckoning, the inevitable inferno that will swallow them whole. I have no need for second chances, no desire for reconciliation. Their sins are carved into my soul, and I will answer them in the only language they understand: pain. Every time I close my eyes, I see them. I hear their voices, their mockery, their indifference to the suffering they cause. I relive the moments when they stood over me, victorious, convinced I was too weak to rise again. They had their moment. Now it is mine. The tables have turned, and they will know the terror of being powerless, of realizing that the end is near, that justice is coming, swift and unrelenting. I do not seek their apologies. Words are empty. Regret is meaningless. They will not buy their way out of this reckoning with whispered pleas or hollow excuses. I am beyond listening. I am beyond mercy. There's only one path left, one truth they must face: the consequences of what they did to me. They stole my peace, so I will take theirs. They shattered my world, so I will burn theirs to the ground. They made me bleed, so I will drown them in their own suffering. There is no force in existence that can save them now. Not fate, not time, not even their own desperate prayers. They will watch everything they built crumble, just as I did. They will understand what it means to have nothing left. They will stand in the ruins, lost, broken, hopeless. And in that moment, they will finally understand who I have become. The moment they chose to destroy me, they sealed their own fate. They thought they were untouchable, invincible. But now, they will know the depths of my resolve. They will see what happens when someone is pushed too far. When every last shred of restraint is torn away, I will not be stopped. I will not be reasoned with. I will not be denied my justice. The world will witness their fall. They will be nothing more than a cautionary tale, a story whispered in fear by those who once thought themselves above consequence. They will serve as a monument to what happens when you betray the wrong person, when you create something stronger than yourself, something that cannot be controlled, cannot be silenced. I am not who I was. I have shed that version of myself like dead skin. The person they once knew is gone. In their place stands something unyielding, something relentless, something carved from the very pain they inflicted. I am a force of reckoning, a storm they cannot escape. And when I come for them, there will be no warning, no mercy, no salvation. They will pay, not just for what they did, but for every moment they reveled in my suffering, for every time they turned away when I needed them most. They will pay for the way they left me broken, for the way they laughed at my pain, for the way they thought I would never rise again. But I did. And now, I am unstoppable. I will make them pay, and nothing in this world will stop me.
His will is iron. His rule is absolute. They whisper his name in fear, for he is not just a king. He is inevitability itself.
I was never given a throne. I was never given a crown. They never saw me as worthy, never believed in my strength, never thought I could rise beyond what they dictated. I was cast aside, left to rot in the shadows while they feasted under golden chandeliers. They spoke my name in whispers, not in reverence, but in mockery. They thought I would die in the dark. They thought I would break, but I did not. I was forged in the abyss, sharpened by pain, tempered by betrayal. Every lie they told me, every scar they etched into my skin, became another layer of armor. My bones are steel, my soul is fire, and my mind is war. I do not seek vengeance. Vengeance is for the weak, for those who wish to return to a past that no longer exists. I do not want what was stolen from me. I want everything. I want their walls to crumble, their temples to burn, and their knees to shatter beneath the weight of my presence. They must kneel before their new king. I am not the child they once knew, the one they scorned, ridiculed, and left behind. That version of me was buried in the dirt they spat upon, and from it, I rose. I have no heart left for them to break, no mercy left to offer. What remains is hunger, raw and unyielding, the hunger to take, to conquer, to rule, not out of spite, but because it is my right. Because I was always meant to stand above them. They built their empire on falsehoods, on weak men and weaker ideals. They surrounded themselves with comfort, with soft words and softer souls. They told themselves they were untouchable, invincible, but I see them for what they are, fragile. Their power is borrowed. Their crowns are hollow and their thrones are made of sand. It only takes one storm, one relentless force, to erase them from history. I am that storm. I walk into their halls, and the air turns heavy with the weight of my presence. Their voices tremble, their eyes widen, their breath catches in their throats. They recognize me now. They see what I have become. But it is too late. They had their chance to stand with me, to acknowledge me, to fear me before I was unstoppable. Now there is no choice left for them but to submit. They will kneel, not out of reverence, not out of devotion, but out of fear. I will make them understand what it means to be powerless, the same way they made me understand. I will strip them of their illusions, of their comfortable lies. I will remind them that power does not belong to those who inherit it, but to those who seize it, those who carve it out with their own hands, those who take what they are owed with unwavering resolve. They used to turn their backs on me. Now they bow their heads. Their knees will scrape against stone. Their hands will tremble as they reach for mercy that no longer exists. And I will watch, not because I enjoy their suffering, but because it is necessary. This is the natural order of things. The weak bow to the strong, and I am stronger than all of them combined. I do not need their apologies. Their words are as empty as the promises they made. I do not need their pity, their regret, or their pleas. There is no redemption for them, no second chances, no return to the world they once knew. That world is dead, and I have buried it with my own hands. A new world rises in its place, and I stand at its peak. They must kneel before their new king, because there is no alternative, because there is no one left to challenge me, because I have outlasted them all. They thought they could control me. They thought they could shape my destiny. But I am not bound by their rules, their expectations, or their fears. I am bound only by my own will, and my will is absolute. Their crowns are dust. Their bloodlines are irrelevant. Their history is erased, rewritten by the force of my hand. I do not share power. I do not negotiate. I do not entertain the delusion that they can stand beside me as equals. They will kneel. They will lower their heads. They will acknowledge the truth that they once tried to deny. And if they refuse, if they still cling to their broken pride, to the shattered remnants of their former glory, then I will give them the only mercy I have left, a swift and decisive end. I was not chosen. I was not given. I took. I survived. I became. And now the world belongs to me. But power is not given freely, nor is it kept without force. They will rise against me. The desperate always do. They will rally. They will whisper of revolution. They will dream of my downfall. I welcome it. Let them come. Let them sharpen their blades and gather their forces. Let them hold onto the illusion that they can topple a god. They will fail. I have walked through the inferno, through agony and ruin, through every hell they could create for me. I did not flinch. I did not falter. They cannot break me because I have already been broken and reforged into something greater. My will is iron. My spirit is untamed. My ambition is boundless. They were comfortable before I came. They believed in stability, in a world of kings and councils, in balance. But the world does not need balance. It needs order. My order. It needs a ruler who does not falter, who does not waver, who does not kneel to weak ideals. I am that ruler. So, let them whisper their rebellion. Let them conspire in their dimly lit chambers. Let them think they can overturn the inevitable. It will not matter. Their hope is a flickering candle in a storm, and I am the hurricane that will snuff it out. The weight of my reign will be absolute. My name will be written into the fabric of history, carved into stone, burned into the very core of existence. There will be no doubt, no question, no alternative. I am king. I am ruler. I am the storm that never passes, the fire that never dies, the force that cannot be stopped. And they will kneel, because in the end, there is nothing else left for them to do